energy and energy mastery and intuition. These two things we talk about a lot in my work, in the internship and in the apprenticeship. Energy mastery and intuition is really about having a really sophisticated, mature refinement of our evolution, of how we perceive mastery to be, how we perceive intuition to be. So as a teacher of intuitive intelligence, we would say that there is not intuition, but intuitions. And once we know the layers and the kinds of intuition, we get to have a different relationship whereby we become our intuition. So intuition is not something that we access and something that we channel. It's something that we are. And intuition plays when we really understand that intuition is not something that we access, it's something that we are. We get to become masters of our energy. Knowing that when we sit at the seat of our soul, we get to be on our knees in reverence to God consciousness at the seat of the universe, of the source creator, and we get to listen. We know that we can cultivate energy within us, that we have the power to become the masters of our lives only when we are submissive to the universe. Knowing that any feeling state that we want to feel, we can cultivate, that no external thing, person, situation, experience is going to bring that to life. That we have the power to cultivate that energy. So waiting for our bodies to look a certain way does not cultivate the innate feeling that we are sexy, right? Having our ducks all in a row does not bring us happiness, does not bring us joy. It may for a fleeting moment, but it's not innate. So all of these feelings we can cultivate when we are absolutely present. Because in the richness of now, we do not yearn for anything. So this feeling like we need to be high vibing and joyful and in a state of unconditional love in all moments is missing the point. Because there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to gain and there's nothing to do except for melt into this moment. What do I need? What do I need in this moment? And when we listen, knowing the difference between what is our primary survival intuition and reactive intuition, communion intuition, surrender intuition, knowing these layers of intuition helps us become masters of our energy. Having the awareness around how we're feeling when we're future projecting, when we're chasing our tail in the path, when we're trying to give this constant excavation of trying to find meaning to something. We're chasing our tails. I was saying last week at the Somatic Kink Practitioner training that this evolution of consciousness is solely reliant on our willingness to go there, to let go. Our willingness to go deep into our soul, into the underground, to experience the highs and the lows and everything in between. We can go deep, we can go wide, we can go anywhere we're able to go. Having awareness is about being absolutely present. Knowing that every time we avoid a place, a human, we judge a place, a human, we have an assumption, we predict, we forecast, we're outsourcing our power, right? Because when we honor that all things are aliveness, all things are here for a reason, our willingness to sit with whatever life is presenting us, knowing that we have the power and it's not my responsibility to judge or predict or assume or expect anything. My job is to hold my own soul. My job is to hold you. And I am willing and I am completely unafraid. If we were meant to come here for a spiritual experience, we could do that and avoid life and go and sit on a hilltop somewhere in a little bubble where we didn't have to venture into the real world, where we're in this safe container. We could go and do that, but we are here for a reason. Our job is not to be spiritual beings and avoid life. Our job is to be spiritual beings in a human life. This spiritual path is not holy until we remember and honor our humanness. And we cannot do that when we are in judgment of others, other things, other people, other places. Our willingness, our job is our willingness to see it, to be in it, to feel it, knowing that we have the power to hold our own soul. And we can only do that when we know ourselves. In the world of somatic kink, we would say that we need to identify our unconscious kinks, knowing that it is nothing sexual, because how it's unraveling and unfolding in our lives looks very differently, and we all have them, and they can be beautiful or they can be confining us and making us feel shame and confined. But when we restore them into the pure light, the pure love, the innocence, then we get to change our relationship with them. And when we do that, we remember who we are.